It's the Houston Rockets going up against the Philadelphia 76ers here in Wells Fargo Center. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining me tonight, Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, with our Hall of Famer David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. And a look here at the scoring trend over the last several months for him.
And it's really been a nice trend for him over these last several months. He's been steadily improving in terms of his scoring output. That extra production making him more valuable the further we get along in this season.
We are nearly ready for the tip-off, but first, let's hear from our very own David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, Joel Embiid and the Sixers have been through a lot in the last 5 years. At the beginning, there were so many losses on and off the court. But trust the process became a mantra, one that Embiid embraced. He said, I think a lot about what I went through, how it prepared me to be a better man. I really feel like I'm the process, and the process is about me. Kevin, the process has turned out quite well.
Thank you, David. And tonight, two experienced teams, Chris. We're going to see what's something you learned as a veteran that you wish you had known as you were just entering the NBA.
It's one thing that you could not have learned, and that's pacing. How to pace yourself during the game. As a rookie, you're playing, coming from college, and the game is so slow in college. And when you come to the NBA, you figure, wait a minute, this 24-second shot clock, that's not much. But you realize after about 4 times up and down the court, wait a minute, how do I figure this out? How do I switch gears? How do I lock in and play defense and then run my butt off to the other end as fast as I can to get an easy layup? And a lot of those things is not about being in shape, but the mentality and understanding how to take advantage of the next play.
Yeah, I like that. Here's the starting group for Houston. We've got Wall, Wood out there with Gordon. Then there's Oladipo, and it's Tucker in at the 5 down low. And for the 76ers, Howard is out there with Harris. Then it's Joel Embiid. Then it's Simmons. And it's Thibault in at the 2. Now here's Wall. Outside Gordon. Shot clock at 6. From the arc. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Rockets. That one was played down in Houston.
And their last time playing this club, foul trouble became a big problem for them. The starters had to take an early stint on the bench.
Yeah, and they can't afford a repeat of that. They need a lot more minutes out of the core group tonight.
And so it's the 76ers getting on the board first. The kick out to Oladipo. Back to Wall. Lets it go with a 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
This is something almost every defense is geared to do. Force Wall to prove he can hit the 3.
First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Here's Simmons. Rebounded by Tucker.
Oh, he found the open space for mid-range. Just maybe rush his release a little bit.
Oladipo, the pass to Wood. Excellent D from Howard.
I love to see the defense exhibit some passion in protecting the rim right there.
And it's Howard finishing it off.
You allow Howard to get in close, he's going to punch that ticket.
Simmons against Wall. Lets it fly from 18. That shot missing, so Philadelphia will take it the other way. Simmons against Wall. The fadeaway. They get it again. Howard. He shoots again, and the layup is good. Howard's got his second basket of the game.
And you need an army to keep Howard away from the basket. He's so superb at snatching up offensive rebounds.
Here's Wall. Simmons with the defensive effort.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
Harris finds Embiid. Stolen by Tucker. And here's Gordon. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Lakers in Los Angeles. Here's the 3. Another miss by Houston. Philadelphia leading by 4. Simmons inside. Covered by Wall. Harris against Gordon. Takes the 13-footer. And again, it's Philadelphia.
Such an efficient scorer. You know, if you give Harris these opportunities, he'll punish you from there.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And Houston calls their first time out of the game. Here's one of the most versatile scorers in the game, Tobias Harris. He had some great teachers, too, including Hall of Famer George the Iceman Gervin.
Yeah, well, check this out, Kevin. His father was Gervin's agent late in his career. I mean, from age 10, Tobias got to train at Gervin's facility every summer. And they still work out to this day. That's a real one. Harris learned it from a great how to get buckets.
And let's see the stat sheet here on Joel Embiid. Great showing for him last season. Last season, 27 points per, 13 rebounds, and 3 assists. And you look at his score, and he was #1 on the team last season.
His ability to play through contact, his exceptional concentration, that's what makes him a great finisher.
Here's Wood. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Howard with the steal. Now the 76ers on the break. Here's Thibault. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Here's Oladipo. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against the Lakers. Wall looking it over. Trying to end the drought. He lays it in. Wall's got 5.
Wall is a highly intelligent player. He sees the floor pretty well. Sprinting to the cup with ease that time.
Howard, the pass to Thibault. Over Oladipo. Thibault can't get it to go. Last outing for the Rockets, it was a loss to Los Angeles. Oladipo misses. And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. Harris dishes to Simmons. And they double up Simmons to the left wing. Almost, but it rolls out.
Even when the D is playing off of him, the mid-range jumper shouldn't be the shot they're looking for.
Harris with it. Now defended by Oladipo. Here's Thibault. The 76ers with another miss. Rockets trail by 6. Wall passes to Wood. Howard down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
I love that pass. Wall is a classic point guard who makes everyone around him better. When he's missed time, his teams have always suffered.
Pass to Simmons. There's the pass to Howard. Over Wall. That's good from Howard on the assist from Simmons. And that's now 6 points for Howard. Looking at Philadelphia, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Pistons. And Wall kicks to Oladipo. And the Rockets getting another bucket right there.
Yeah, I'm surprised that D isn't respecting this mid-range game more. They ought to be. I bet you they will be soon.
Simmons against Wall. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And Houston gets called for the foul.
Oh, look, he's almost 7 feet tall. Simmons is a tough guard. I mean, you got to be careful not to get too physical.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And you know, you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths. Shooting in the low 60s last season.
That's good from Simmons.
And when he gets ahead of steam, you almost feel sorry for defenders. Ben Simmons, a combination of size, speed, and ball handling that can at times be unstoppable.
And so he hits both. And with his passing and driving ability, Greg, Simmons is like combining a power running back in football with a pinpoint passing quarterback. Not much he can't do.
Kevin, a football metaphor is appropriate. Simmons grew up playing Australian rules football, and the physicality and quick thinking of that sport really reflected in his style of play.
Here's Simmons following the basket by John Wall. Pass to Harris. Howard trying to free himself up. Harris's shot is off.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Yeah, Greg, that's just great defense, forcing this man into a difficult attempt.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Passes it to Simmons. He feeds it to Embiid. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Thibault. Over Oladipo. And so the ball out of bounds. Howard touched it last. With the break in the action, we've got a chance now to look at last year's top rebounder. Second, Joel Embiid.
What a season he had in the paint. I mean, his rebounding numbers really mind-boggling. Who wouldn't love to have a guy like that?
Rockets trail. Wall attacking. The game now all time. Wall's got 9 points.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Here's Simmons. The 76ers with another miss. Here's Houston now. They're on a 12-4 run. Wall, no luck.
Oh, you hate to let those easy chances slip through your fingers.
The pass to Howard. It's rebounded by Houston.
He usually takes advantage of D like that. Should have been a simple layup.
Oladipo. A miss that time. Would have put him up.
He just can't find it. Touch this quarter. He's got to keep grinding, though, and looking for the best shot possible.
Gordon for 3. Good on the three-point shot. And the Rockets lead by 3.
That lightning quick release. Gordon catching and firing perfectly. Can't guard that.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here. And the official start of the season, Chris. Is there any opening day for you that sticks out in the many years you played in the NBA?
One opening game, and I don't remember who we played, but I know it was with Allen Iverson. And AI and I had meetings before the season, and we were talking about just how much we wanted to win. We knew we were coming up on the end of our careers, or I remember never entering a preseason with so much hope, because I knew that he was in, I knew that I was in, and we knew that we both wanted it so bad. So I think we both scored 30 or did something crazy like that. I don't remember, but coming out with him that preseason was so special because I knew we were going to set the tone for how our team was going to play, and we were engaged that year.
And the 76ers making a change here. Curry's checked in, and the Rockets making a change here as well. Danuel House is checked in for Gordon. Howard finds Harris. Drills it from outside. Harris has got it all tied up now for Philadelphia.
He's improving from distance. Now, that's one of the things Harris has worked on, and the work has paid off.
Oladipo taking his time here. Shot from 12. That one drops, and he's now 2 for 5.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Philadelphia's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Pass to Simmons. Here's the teardrop. It's hauled in by Wood.
Got to give him credit for his confidence. I mean, he hasn't hit a single shot this quarter, but he still keeps firing.
Curry against Oladipo. And here's Wall outside. And Simmons with the rebound. And so Simmons will bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Trailing by 2. The dish to Howard. And it's good for 2. Howard's got 8 points.
Oh, he's got a role in this quarter, taking it on himself to guide their offense.
Wall against Simmons. Wall attacking. Rebound by the 76ers. Simmons got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Howard. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. 10 points for him.
Oh, it's going to take more than that to stop Howard. He's excellent at fighting off the defense.
Wall with the bounce pass. Here is House. Guarded by Harris. Clock at 6. Here's House. Another miss by Houston. The 76ers lead it. Harris with it. He's picked up by Wall. Right side Simmons. The feed to Embiid. Howard dishes to Embiid. And the dunk by Embiid.
Oh, improving his floor awareness. Howard has a decent sense for when his guys are open.
Here's Wall. He's got 9. Passes to House. 59 seconds left in the first. Pass to Wood. Shoots. Simmons pulls it in. Simmons got rebound number 5 here tonight.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Now here's Simmons. Got a hand on it.
Well, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots out there.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Simmons against Wall. To stop the drought. Good D by Howard. Harris drives in. And that one, good. Harris has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Well, throughout Harris's career, he has worked on building up his body, putting that added strength to good use in these tough finishes.
And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're playing a cruising game inside, and it's working for them. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. A native of Cameroon, Joel Embiid talks about making a quick transition to the United States.
Not knowing English, obviously at the beginning it was a little bit hard to express myself. Obviously I can speak English perfectly now, so that's a plus, and I'm just being myself.
And that unique sense of humor, Greg, is a specialty of Embiid.
He's a fun-loving guy who's become a must-follow on social media. And the transition he's made has been remarkable.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And guys, what's your take on the 76ers so far?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Well, it's part of their strategy coming in, no doubt. And there may not be that much their opponent can do about it.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So on the floor for Philadelphia, Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Curry is out there with Alec Burks. And it's Milton in at the 3, the small forward.
There is the unselfishness that coaches love so much. Rivers doing a great job getting it to the open man.
Outside Curry. The 15-footer. Rebounded by Tucker. Tucker's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And if there was ever a definition of a glue guy, Greg, it would be P.J. Tucker. He's so valuable to his team.
You know, P.J. gives you production in every way, and his impact really goes beyond the stats. All the little things that coaches want their players to do, that's really the motto of Tucker's game.
Now here's Curry, guarded by McLemore. Teardrop shot, and there's the nice layup by Burks. Burks has got his first 2 points of the night.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Now here's McLemore. Defense is right there, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
The former Jayhawk McLemore, a gifted scorer who can really light it up in a hurry.
The Rockets shooting their first free throws of the night. And he knocks down the first one. Chris, with every team looking to maximize floor space, which big men are the deadliest from outside? Have a shot that you've got to respect.
Oh, well, I think you got to go with a few. Just rapid fire. You got to go with that man, Mr. Towns, out there in Minnesota. How about Blake Griffin, what he did for the Pistons, just shooting, knocking those threes down. Now, I got to give my man Big Lopez a shout out. He shoots it deep from Curry land out there for the Milwaukee Bucks. So much fun watching these guys. And don't forget about Big Marc Gasol. He'll let it fly from deep as well.
He will, and they're all effective.
Oh, very effective.
Harris misses.
Working as hard as anybody for that rebound. That's not an easy one to corral.
Rivers, and it's all evened up.
These buckets help Rivers get going. The defense can't allow him to get comfortable from there.
The 76ers have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. The pass to Embiid. Pass to Milton. Embiid trying to break loose. A shot by Milton, no good.
Everything looked good until the finish, and it all goes wrong.
Pass to House. Now McLemore. Pass to Rivers. From past the arc. It doesn't go for him. And so it's Burks bringing it up now for the Philadelphia 76ers. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. And that'll be the middle game of their 5 and their longest homestand of the year. Now here's McLemore. Kicks to Ariza. The pass to Rivers. All alone. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Now the 76ers take it the other way. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Curry passes to Embiid. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 3 assists tonight.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And McLemore gets to Ariza. Rivers with it. 11-point game his last outing. Dishes it to McLemore. Rivers against Curry. From deep. Rivers can't get it to go.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Walton the pass to Embiid. Tipped away. And here's Rivers. Pass to Tucker. Shoots over Burks. That's good, and the 76ers lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Tucker.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Harris passes to Milton. Offensive rebound. Burks' shot is good. Burks has got 4 points in the quarter.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Yeah, that's what's frustrating, because you did the job defensively to get the stop, and then you gave it right back. He's gone off the rails this quarter. And it's a bad time to do it. I mean, when they're needing to fight from behind,
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
The 76ers leading by 6. Curry is inside. He's guarded by Rivers. And that one drops. And that's now 6 points for Joel Embiid.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Here's McLemore. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Burks has got 4 rebounds in this game. Down low. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
Yeah, and Greg, they've been a more cohesive team over this stretch, and that helps account for their lead.
Passes it to Tucker. Here's McLemore. Pass to Rivers. Shoots over Curry. And he overshot that one, missing.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
Again, Philadelphia.
Look at the unselfishness of Embiid, Kevin. I mean, he's solid at realizing when one of his guys is uncovered.
Now a timeout called by Houston. Chris, the common thought is you don't want to be a middle-of-the-road team. You think clubs are too quick now to pull the trigger on a rebuild as opposed to giving some time to what they've got and be more patient?
Are you kidding me, Kevin? Don't make me go out. This is why I need a psychologist because, hey, when I was in Washington, we had myself, Rasheed Wallace, and Juwan Howard, and Rod Strickland. Like, just wait a minute. Give us 1 year to try. And by the way, the Bulls won 72. We couldn't have won a championship that year anyway. And so, yeah, I think a lot of teams are short-sighted and it's based upon their expectations, and their expectations may not be based in reality.
Howard's checked in for the 76ers. Simmons comes in for Shake Milton. The Rockets also changing it up. Eric Gordon, he's checked in for Ariza. And John Wall's subbed in for Rivers. Here's Wall. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Wall's got 11 points.
There's no let up in John Wall's attack. He makes his mind up that he's scoring, and then he just does.
Curry passes to Howard. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Here's Embiid. Moves back up. And finally they hit one. Embiid's got the lead up to 12 now for the 76ers. Houston's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Here's Wall. And he slams it down right on top of Joel Embiid.
Gotta enjoy watching Wall take flight. He's a sensational dunk artist.
Simmons looking around. And there's the pass to Burks. From outside, off the mark. Rockets trail by 10. To the inside, Tucker. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
If he's got his hands on the ball within a few feet of the basket, Tucker has one thing on his mind. Dump that thing.
And Wall. Here we go now. That shot is in, just like 6 others have been for him. He's shooting 7 for 15.
And his shot, I mean, has come around. I mean, for most of the first quarter, it looked like he might be in for a long night.
Here's Curry. Back to Embiid. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 6 assists now in the game.
With the run he's on in the second quarter, I mean, this field goal percentage is tremendous right now.
Curry against Wall. Second shot opportunity. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Embiid.
Can't fall for the pump fake. Wall excels at fooling defenders out of their shoes each time. Well, John Wall coming back after that Achilles injury. road to recovery for him, and I know just how much he misses playing every day.
And he makes the first. And C. Webb, as we know, with Wall, he made the most of his time missed by finishing his degree.
Yeah, Wall was able to take the classes he needed to complete his bachelor's degree from Kentucky. I'm sure he would have preferred to play instead, but he saw an opportunity with his education and made the most of it.
Danny Green, he's checked in for Burks. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Well, you know he's had to deal with some major injuries over the course of his career, but Wall never loses the drive to succeed.
Curry against Oladipo. Curry deciding where to go with it. 6 to shoot. Simmons on the wing. And the 76ers get it back. Good work there as it goes. That's 12 points for Dwight Howard.
And they have built their advantage on the scoreboard here by doing all the little things.
Wall against Simmons. Chalk up 2 there.
Listen, you better respect the moves of Wall. He has a great sense for where to go when he has the ball.
Now Curry. 6 points for him. Yep, it counts. Curry's got 8 points in the quarter. And it's Wall with the ball for the Houston Rockets. 8-point game. Pass to Carroll. Takes the 3. And Simmons with the rebound. Simmons got 6 rebounds in the game. Outside Curry. Back to Simmons. Just 5 on the clock. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
And when you foul Simmons, you really got to foul him. You don't want to just mess around. He powers through.
And this summer, a 5-year, $170 million max contract extension for Ben Simmons. The Sixers didn't want to give him any cause to look elsewhere. A great talent, but the hope with that kind of money is that he'll develop that jump shot. Well, the Rockets are a team that is pushing NBA theory to the extremes with how they approach offense.
Oh, yeah. Every year they seem to go more toward threes or free throws. I mean, you can't fault them as it consistently works for them, though. I mean, it's like watching a team experiment with what makes an NBA offense.
Passes it to Embiid. Fade away. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. Howard's got the lead up to 13 now for Philadelphia.
Yeah, and they're shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Wall finds Oladipo. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
.40 seconds left in the second quarter. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Good D by Embiid.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Wall. Simmons with the defensive effort. He dishes it to Curry. Over Oladipo. The shot by Curry, no good. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. 76ers lead by 15. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Coach, what is your impression of the first half?
I think we played. And I thought we found a really good balance of posting and pace. It's what we've been talking about. And I thought our defense, for the most part, was excellent.
A good start. We'll see how they finish. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Dwight Howard had no problems getting going. He had 14 points, 2 assists, and 1 steal. And from what we saw so far from the Sixers, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Well, we have to talk about the unbelievable job they've done rebounding the basketball. They've sent bodies flying to the boards on every possession. They've been a stronger, quicker, tougher team by a wide margin. And it's that dominance on the glass that's going to win them this game.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the Rockets.
Their field goal percentage reminds me of Kenny's breath. Brutal. Not reading the defense, not getting enough quality looks. They need to make major changes because the system they ran in the first half was not working.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side.
My brother.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. An exceptional performance from John Wall.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
Yeah, Greg, this game has his fingerprints all over it. Now looking to replicate what he did in the first half.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. And on the floor for Mike D'Antoni starting the second half. They've got P.J. Tucker. Oladipo is out there with Wall. Then there's Gordon. And it's Wood in at the 4 slot. Oladipo, good.
That's just great touch. The teardrop, well, that's all about feel.
Simmons against Wall. The 11-footer. And Simmons with the nice bucket inside. Simmons got 9 points.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And John Wall, of course, having to fight back from that torn Achilles, but also is now having to play up to that super max contract he signed.
First one falls for him. And with Wall, no doubt he's a star guard. But with that contract, Greg, comes heavy expectations.
No doubt. And I'd like to see Wall become more proactive, really as a playmaker on offense in the near future. Depending on how he feels after the injuries, he might need to change his style just a bit.
Chris, you were a tremendous passer. One of my favorites. Are there more playmaking bigs in the NBA now than back in the day?
That's a good question. I don't know if there are more, but I tell you what, there are some exciting ones. And if you guys don't believe me, just turn on the TV and go watch the Nuggets play. There's a man called the Joker, Jokic. Oh, my goodness, can he pass that ball? He and Horford right now, oh, man, 2 of my favorite passes in the game.
76ers have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3. And the first one drops.
And last season, the Sixers unveiling a Dr. J statue on their Legends Walk outside the team training facility.
Oh, yeah, his second statue in Philly. I mean, the other one is down by the stadium. At that Legend Walk, You know who he joins? Wilt Chamberlain, Mo Cheeks, Bobby Jones, Billy Cunningham, Hal Greer. That's some good company to be in. Some great history for the Sixers.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line.
And most fans think of the Rockets as offense only, but that's not the case at all.
No, G.A., I mean, they force a good amount of turnovers, and they trap pretty well. I mean, the defense has been solid for them the past few years, if you ask me. Nothing mind-blowing, but this team is certainly not one-sided.
So far, he's hit all of his shots at the foul line, going 4 for 4. No good on that one.
And for the Sixers, the health of their draft picks has been a story. Zaire Smith, Markelle Fultz, Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid, all missing significant time with injury.
Health continues to be a key for them, G.A. Embiid in particular, he's missed some games last year, missed some back-to-backs. He's 7'2". You just hope his knees could withstand the grind. They got to keep him going to reach their goal.
Here's Thibault, guarded by Oladipo. Outside, Simmons. Out to Harris. Pocket 6. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Harris has got 10 points.
This speaks to the assertiveness of Harris. Look, shots like this demonstrate how effective he can be.
Floats one up. Wall's shot is good.
And really scored most of their points, but he can't score them all, guys. He's going to have to get somebody else to step up.
Simmons passes to Howard. Here's Harris. Oh, and the jam by Embiid.
Oh, how about the length of Embiid? I mean, it's tough to deal with. Outstanding, using it to gobble up offensive rebounds.
And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
How's that for a start? Good on all 3 attempts so far in the second half.
The Rockets have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8. The 76ers leading by 13. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. And Simmons kicks to Embiid. It's stolen by Oladipo. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And you hear it all the time about how they say reaching the top can be the easy part. It's the staying there that's the true challenge. And Victor Oladipo achieved stardom, but has to make his way back after his knee injury in early 2019.
The free throw drops for Oladipo. And Oladipo had already dealt with soreness in that right knee, and you talked about that, missing about a month earlier in the season.
And some suggested he came back too soon. Hindsight always 20/20, and players want to be out there to help win games. Sometimes teams have to protect them from themselves.
Coming into the NBA, Victor Oladipo, Greg, drew some comparisons to Dwayne Wade, but it was working out with D-Wade that helped take Victor's game to the next level.
And listen, anytime you're the second overall pick, which he was back in 2013, stardom is expected. It just took a while. Now he's got to apply that same work ethic to overcoming the knee injury.
And even though Chris Dwight Howard won't be logging the 35-plus minutes he once did, he is still a factor when he's on the floor.
Oh, yeah, Kevin. You better pay attention to Dwight. He can still hurt you with any touch he gets around the basket. I like seeing him in short bursts where you can force the opposing team to adjust to him inside.
And that one falls for Howard.
I love watching Howard still doing his thing out there. A nightly double-double threat.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
Yeah, and I love the fans in Philly. They're notoriously prickly, though. They expect hard-nosed effort. If not, they'll let you hear about it.
Shot by Gordon, wide open. That three off the mark.
And that's their first miss after hitting 3 in a row to start the half. I mean, I guess it has to happen sometime.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
Oh, Kevin, the coaching staff has to be upset. You can't give the...
Oh, that was a strong dunk.
That's how you go hard. Driving, spotting up. Wall can do it all. A fantastic job tonight at the offensive end.
Here's Thibault, guarded by Oladipo. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Well, let's take a look at last year's top scorers. Fourth, Joel Embiid.
And looking back, his points per game really underscored the fact that he never took a game off. I mean, one special performance after another all season long.
No good on the free throw. And he sinks the second. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Wall against Simmons. Wall's shot is off.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent them.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're pouring it on right here, trying to give the opposition no light at the end of the tunnel.
Up top, Simmons, covered by Wall. And there's the foul. It'll go on P.J. Tucker. That's his third foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly struggling here with the foul. Still early. And just one more will put him over the limit.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Daniel House has checked in for Gordon. Then McLemore comes in for Victor Oladipo. And it's Austin Rivers in for John Wall. Harris inside. Here's Thibault. His three-pointers off the mark. Rockets trail by 16. Pass to McLemore. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
No, but sometimes you don't need a haymaker, just a jab. You got to get those easy looks inside.
Thibault, the pass to Embiid. Here's Thibault, guarded by McLemore. And the pass to Simmons. And that one, good. Simmons got 6 here in this quarter.
I mean, at almost 7 feet tall, Simmons is hard to contain. The defense has to push him farther away.
Rivers passes to House. Fires from deep. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Out to the right wing. Back to Simmons. Now, here's Howard. 16 points for him. 5 to shoot. Embiid dishes to Harris. Sinks the three-pointer. Harris has got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for Philadelphia.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And Tucker takes to Rivers. Pass to House. McLemore with the ball. They get a hand on it. And now Philadelphia on the break. A huge slam. A perfect end to the fast break.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Well, they're playing well as a unit, taking shots they know they can make and building this lead.
Here's Rivers, and it's sent back by Howard.
You got to be aware of Howard at all times, especially on defense, where he makes his living blocking shots.
Here's Thibault. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Thibault's got 6 points in the quarter.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
4 rotations. I mean, slow help and just not enough toughness on the interior. They've got a lot to talk about.
A chance to look at some stats for Rivers. How he did last season. Put up 8 points per game, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. Nothing about his numbers really jump out at you, but he'll come up with a timely play or two every game.
Yeah, and sometimes that's all they need, especially in a tight game. 1 or 2 plays can make all the difference.
And now here comes Simmons leading the break. A nice shot by Harris.
Even with the D giving him a lot of attention, he's still finding ways to light him up.
Rivers looking over the floor. Passes to Wood. Here is House. Guarded by Harris. Just 5 to shoot. Outside, House. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Howard's got 15 rebounds here tonight. Bobbed up there for Embiid.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Starting to take over here, building a big lead that could ultimately prove insurmountable.
To end the run, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Oh, and McLemore is a total genius when it comes to tricking the D. So good at how he goes up into the contact on his shot.
This is his 2nd trip to the free throw line.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
And the first one at the line is good.
Well, Mike D'Antoni, he's a legendary coach in this game. He's found success at almost every stop he's coached at, only missing the title to cement his legacy.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Milton's checked in. And the Rockets making a change here as well. Damari Carroll's checked in for P.J. Tucker. He doesn't get the second one. And with Mike D'Antoni, Chris, you can see his influence as a coach throughout the NBA.
Yeah, a lot of modern offenses borrow from things D'Antoni created. The up-tempo early offense is a product of his 7 seconds or less era. I mean, his imprint is all over the NBA.
Here is House, guarded by Harris. The shot by House is no good. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for Philadelphia. Simmons finds Embiid, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, what's not to like about Joel Embiid? A physical specimen at over 7 feet tall, all the skill in the world, and a personality made for stardom.
The first one falls. You talk about Embiid's personality, whether it's on the court or through social media. Greg, he's not shy speaking his mind.
One of the best trash talkers in the league. He doesn't hold back, but it's never personal. He's embracing the spirit of competition.
Both good from the line that time.
Oh, yeah, Cal. And there's no question, when Embiid is healthy, he's a problem. I mean, a versatile, confident big man with a high ceiling.
Rivers against Simmons. Rivers passes to House. Now here's McLemore outside. They get it back. Here's Carroll and Embiid with the block.
And the wingspan of Embiid, I mean, very effective at using his length to turn shots back.
And now Philadelphia on the break. Feeds it to Harris. And slam dunk by Harris.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
Well, the results are clear as day. Great approach coming into the third quarter. We'll see if they can keep it up.
McLemore, the pass to House. Back to McLemore. Here is House. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
This isn't like him, and he knows it. The best thing they can do is try to get him more easy looks.
The 76ers have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line.
And last season, 77% from the line. They could usually get the job done there.
That free throw, no good.
Well, growing up in Australia, Ben Simmons played lots of Australian rules football. When you watch him play, that's the toughness you see.
Good on the second free throw. The Rockets shooting just 35%. They've got to get better looks. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Rivers with it. Pass to McLemore. Three-pointer. Hits the three-point bomb. McLemore's got 6 here in this quarter.
And that three-point shot from McLemore is just cash. Don't let this guy get free from the perimeter.
Harris. He makes his 9th shot of the game. He has only missed 4.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, that's why he's hot. And he's playing with a lot of confidence. That's why they're going to him with such consistency.
Here's House. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, and checking out some stats here for Ben Simmons. Coming off a terrific season. 6th in assists, 15th in field goal percentage. And he was among the top 20 rebounders in the league. Never shy about throwing his weight around in the paint.
And his floor awareness was impeccable last season. As you mentioned, top 10 in assists. Just does a great job of getting everyone involved. And he makes the first. Curry's checked in for Simmons. Trevor Ariza's checked in for Houston. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Philadelphia's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, one of the things that teams are more aware of in the age of analytics is the importance of sleep. And those teams are making adjustments. Morning shoot-arounds have been moved in some cases to the afternoon or eliminated altogether. There are many fewer teams that are taking red-eye flights across country. And some teams even give players orange-tinted glasses to encourage them to sleep. There's a lot of work to be done in this field, but the direction is clear.
Continuing to evolve. All right, David, thank you.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
He misses the free throw. And he's good on the second. 1:32 left in the third quarter. Thibault, the pass to Embiid. Here's Thibault. Five on the clock. Shoots the three. Offensive rebound. Harris trying to get free. That one is good from Joel Embiid.
An even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
Rivers passes to McLemore. There's 49 seconds left to play in the third. The shot by House is no good.
He's disappeared this quarter. He can't get anything to drop. That's not going to help him get out the hole.
And slam dunk by Harris.
Every season, I mean, Harris seems to enhance his offensive attack. He knows how important it is to keep getting better and better and better.
From deep, McLemore. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. Embiid's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Here's Thibault. It's rebounded by McLemore.
Tells you a little something about their team. They've been able to pull in front despite his troubles tonight.
Now the pass to Carroll. There's the triple. No good there. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Philadelphia ahead, running away with it. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is and taking full advantage. Fantastic.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Green is out there with Alec Burks. Then there's Scott. Then it's Joel Embiid. And it's Korkmaz in at the three slot. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Off target with his three. The Rockets shooting poorly, just 35% so far. Bucket is good. Ariza's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Rockets.
An effective combo guard. Rivers has a good sense for when to shoot and when to dish it.
Scott, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And the foul called on the Houston Rockets. A negotiating concession the league wants from the Players Union. Prospect attendance, Chris, at the draft combine and team-wide access to player physicals.
Well, this is a tough one because I don't think that a team that is not interested in you should have your physical. And we all know that information is shared, and so it should be genuine in the teams that are truly interested. And so I understand agents holding back on that. Medical information is something very serious, that just because you have an opportunity to be drafted, your information shouldn't be spread all across the world just because you're at a combine. It'll be interesting to see how it plays out, but basically you just want a level playing field for everyone. And if we have that, it'll be better for everyone.
Scott hits them both. Here's Rivers. And he banks in the layup.
It makes up for a lack of speed with just tremendous effort and hustle on that play.
Green deciding where to go with it. Has to Burks. And that'll be Philadelphia as it goes out of bounds. 76ers retain possession. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Here's Korkmaz, Reza covering, and Chandler sends it back.
And how about the basketball IQ of Chandler? Just knows exactly when to sky and commit to blocking shots.
The Rocket shooting has been wayward so far. Only 37% from the floor. Rivers dishes to Chandler. Passes it to Ariza. With the G League growing by leaps and bounds, one is now being brought to Mexico City, Chris.
I mean, first of all, let's go back to last season. Did you see how crazy those fans were in Jurassic Park in Toronto?
Yeah, they love it.
Can you imagine Mexico? Oh my God, this would be
believe
great.
it.
Mexico City, yeah. Let's bring everyone in, all the fans. And what I really love is that it's for the home fan base. So when I think of the Toronto Raptors, I think about the city of Toronto. I think about Canada and how it's theirs. And even though we're one league, that team is theirs, and they take that pride on, and it just brings so much more excitement. Can you imagine all the people in Mexico City being excited for their team? Oh, I want to be at one of the first games when that happens, because I know the crowd is going to be sick. It's going to be crazy. I want to be there. I like that pick play. I mean, you can see how easily it makes it for him to get to the cup.
Pass to Korkmaz. Back to Burks. The pass to Embiid. They kick it out to Green. And a miss there on the triple. And it's Ariza with the ball for Houston. Over to the left wing. Here's Clemens. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Green up on top. He's guarded by Chandler. Green, the pass to Embiid. Shoots over Carroll. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Never easy trying to stop Embiid. Even when you foul him, he still finds ways to muscle shots in.
And after he missed the first 2 seasons of his career, Greg, with a broken bone in his foot, would injuries be your main concern for Joel Embiid?
Look, no doubt about it. As long as he's healthy, he's an all-league performer. Still, 7-footers carry a lot of weight in our league. He wants to prove he can play big minutes. They just got to make sure they protect it.
On the free throw, no good. And the NBA 2K League, C-Web, the first e-sport operated by a U.S. pro sport. And it's quickly growing. Do you throw down on the sticks?
Yeah, just a little announcement to all the GMs in the 2K League. I am available. I'm a free agent. I'm ready to go. I'm nice on the sticks. I can play career mode, team mode, one-on-one mode. Whatever you need from me, I am ready to go. But I love it, man. It's great to see people who love this game, whether it's virtual or real life. It's hoops, baby.
So much fun. Rivers kicks to Carroll, shoots over Scott, and it's Houston with another.
And that's his role. That's where Carroll's at his best, the catch and shoot.
Burks dishes to Green. Back to Burks. Chandler with the block. Inside. A nice shot by Rivers.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Timeout called the 76ers.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
But the defensive intensity has to pick up, and I'm sure coach is going to let them know that.
Dwight Howard, he's checked in for the 76ers. For the Rockets, the 76ers leading by 22. And here is Green. Pass to Burks. Wall with a block.
Wall, I mean, one of the things that's underrated is that he's an insane athlete. Right there, he's just showing what an incredible defender he is with these type of blocks.
And the 76ers making a change here. Simmons is checked in. Six on the shot clock. Embiid, the pass to Korkmaz. Ooh, the double clutch. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one's on Eric Gordon.
Well, you got to stay down on the shot fake, Kevin. I mean, once Embiid has you in the air, the rest is easy.
This last season, the Thunder became the final NBA team to reach an agreement for jersey sponsorships. Have you gotten used to seeing those patches on the various jerseys around the league?
You know what, Kevin? I have. And they're not as intrusive as I thought. I was so...
Me too. I agree.
Yeah, I was so scared of this. I thought it was going to ugly up the jerseys and be bigger than the team logo and things like that. But you know how great this league is when it comes to getting messages out to their fans and promotion. And so we've done a wonderful job. And actually some I really, really like how they fit the jersey, how the colors matches, and the history of the company, actually. So, no, I think they've done a great job kind of just making sure it just slides in there, not taking away the shine from the team.
And Embiid drops them both.
I like that he's playing with an edge here in the second half. I mean, he didn't get to the line once in the first half.
Wall's shot is good. Wall's got 12 points in just the second half.
They're going to be relying on him here late. I mean, just think about it. Hoping to come from behind, he just needs to keep doing what he's been doing.
Ben Simmons gets the bucket.
Oh, you get it inside like this, you're going to get a high percentage shot almost every time.
Simmons against Wall. Over Simmons. And that one hits back iron.
Oh, defense, they just took that possession off. I mean, they get away with it that time, but they got to show some more aggression.
Yes, there is that transition from being a player to retirement. It can be a challenge for some. What were the keys that you found in succeeding at that?
Well, first I think is adjusting to the fact you don't have the same schedule. You don't have a physical release that you used to have. You miss the locker room and the camaraderie with all the guys, and so you miss the culture. But secondly, I would say take all the lessons that you learned, and for me this was big from sports, and use them in business. So in business I became a rookie in other areas. I found a Chris Mullin type in business. I found a Latrell Sprewell type, guys that would mentor you, guys that you would play on their team. Humble yourself, get back to it. Get to practice, get to meetings early, stay at practice late, stay at meetings, and be the last one that leaves, and just take the culture of basketball, infuse that athletic personality into the personality of whatever you go into next, and you can use those tenets to have a wonderful retirement and really enjoy it. So for me, it's been awesome. And by the way, I've had twins, and so since retiring, and that'll keep you just as busy as it was you were playing. So you can find ways to keep that same lifestyle.
That's right, and some sound advice, too. He feeds it to Howard. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
It's near impossible trying to match up with Howard's muscle. He makes scoring look easy, even though it's tough contact.
Wall against Simmons. Here's Oladipo, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to go on Alec Burks.
Clearly a foul.
Chris, what's your definition of most valuable player?
LeBron, Michael Jordan. Okay, let me. Okay, the best player in the league. That's my definition. Who makes players better? Who brings the fans into the game? There's only one type of player that's an MVP, and there's only about 6 guys any year that can be MVP. But if you're talking about guys that help you, let's say, are the best on a contract or are getting the most bang for their buck, you got to look at guys like a Siakam. You know, he's just making over $2 million this season, still playing on that rookie contract, and those are the guys that are on their way up. So you can always find young talent playing for maybe less than what they should be getting at that time, but the most valuable player continues to be the top 6 players of the league, period.
Two-time NBA champion Michael Thompson says the arm muscles, Chris, on today's players don't measure up with what they used to be. Is that even important?
You know what? He's right, but I don't know how important that is unless, you just want to bring the gun show to the games and pull out the arms and the curls and say, check out these muscles. But I think, it's a lot different. And make no mistake, even though that is a true comment, players of today are much more athletic than his day and my day. And I think that's because of technology. They understand core strength. They understand dieting. They understand rest. And so many, they're privy to so much information that we didn't have. But no more curls. It doesn't seem like there are any more Karl Malone 24-inch pythons, brother, out there in any of these games.
Now here's Oladipo. He's covered closely. The layup missed. The 76ers leading by 23. Robinson passes to Korkmaz. Oladipo with the block. And it's the Rockets on the break. Not going to go that time. So Philadelphia will take it the other way. Robinson finds Smith. And along with the association, we've seen the growth of the G League, the WNBA, the 2K League. Chris, which of those have you followed the most?
Well, first let me say I should have been drafted by the 2K League because I'm really not. Matter of fact, anybody listening to the sound of my voice, I will beat you in the game that I'm talking on right now. But secondly,
I know you will.
I love the WNBA, from Lisa Leslie to Cheryl Swoops to my girl Candace Parker. Are you kidding me? The skill set of these ladies, they have game. And I can't say I follow one the most because even the G League and their all-star game I follow. Right now it's a great time for hoops, and all 3 of these leagues I'm in.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one's on Eric Gordon.
That's just an athletic, strong, big man. It's hard to guard Howard, given how powerful he is.
the free throw good from Howard. And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Embiid, he's checked in for Mike Scott. Tobias Harris comes in for Glenn Robinson III. Seth Curry, he's checked in for Korkmaz. And Simmons subbed in for Zaire Smith. So he picks up just one from the line that time. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for Houston. Simmons against Wall. And it's blocked by Simmons.
The reach of Simmons. I mean, coming into play on these blocks, you got to be careful shooting around this guy.
Now Curry. Harris outside. 11 feet away, and he hits the jump shot. Harris has got 25 points in the game.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
Oh, I do too, Greg. You have to go to your best scorers. I mean, it's a smart strategy, and so far, it's paying off in this game.
Gordon, the pass to Oladipo. A floater. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Embiid's got his 16th rebound on the night. And with the likely return of prep to pro prospects, Chris, some have argued for a high school combine to help determine who's ready to make the leap and who isn't.
I'm not really there with the high school combine. I still think that, you still have a level of college or a level of professionalism that can happen after. And I don't believe until you're ready to be evaluated for the pros immediately, should you have that combine. Your bodies are still growing. I talked to Jaren Jackson just yesterday, and he told me that he grew 2 inches over last summer. So I think it's a little unfair to judge these guys that early when their bodies and mentality still has a lot of development left.
Passes to McLemore. 1:30 left here in the fourth quarter. The shot's good.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the 76ers.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And so they're able to even up the season series at a game apiece with one left to play, exacting a little revenge and really saving face. They did not want to go down 2-0.
And a great team effort tonight, helped in large part with contributions, and the nice night it ended up being for Joel Embiid.
Every inch of the floor was his tonight as he came out and injected an energy into every play.
Knocked away. Chandler with the steal. One-on-one fast break. Fires from the wing. And it's Houston with another.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it has to be frustrating to catch fire when the game is already over. I mean, this is not the outcome they want.
Here's Embiid. Chandler with the block. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Clemens. That shot no good. Excellent defense there from Smith. So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Danny, a strong defensive effort both individually and team. Now, how comfortable are you at that end of the floor now, knowing that you can make things tough on the opposition?
Well, we want to make them take tough shots. We're not comfortable at any point defensively, but we got to continue to be active and be aggressive and get our hands on loose balls.
It's been the mark of the Spurs for a long time, Danny. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And we'll see you next time. These guys have known each other, Clark, for a long time. There should be very few surprises tonight.
I agree with you, Kevin. Two veteran teams here, and that means that execution becomes the driving force in success.
Here's the starting group for Houston. We've got Wood, Wall out there with Victor Oladipo. Then it's P.J. Tucker, and it's Gordon in at small forward.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Left side, Wall. Back to Oladipo. It's a floater, and it's Joel Embiid with the rebound.
Well, what appeared to be an easy 2 points just never materialized.
That's tipped, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Simmons. And so it's Wall. He brings it up for the Rockets. Oladipo outside over Simmons. Here's Tucker. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And, you know, that's the hustle and nose for the ball that P.J. Tucker possesses. You've got to get a body on him.
Ball against Simmons. And they double up Simmons. Here's Harris. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Last time they met in Houston.
Yeah, they picked up the win in their last game against this club, and really it was a parade to the free throw line.
Yeah, did a really good job of drawing foul after foul. Very physical and rugged in how they performed. And it paid off.
Howard, the pass to Thibault. There's the pass to Harris. Shot clock at 6. Philadelphia moving the ball. Howard kicks to Simmons. From deep three-point range. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to talk with Brett Brown for a minute. One player he's mindful of, the explosive John Wall. Still one of the fastest players in the league end to end. They'll do their best to stay in front of him and challenge him to make perimeter shots. Kevin, back to you.
All right, thank you, David. Gordon, the pass to Wood. And the rejection by Embiid.
That long reach of Embiid is a real asset on defense. Covers a lot of territory and knows how to snuff out shooters.
Pass to Howard. Another shot, and he lays it up and in.
Took a little time, but they get one to go. Maybe they're warmed up now.
Wall taking his time here. Here's Oladipo. Here's Wood, and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
And, you know, this is a definite strength of Howard's game. I think he's a rim protector of an elite level.
Passes it to Harris. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Well, the last few years, we've seen a huge improvement from Tobias Harris's shooting the deep ball.
Yeah, I agree with you, Kevin. He went from not really having a reliable outside shot to being a 40% shooter from outside the arc. It's opened up a lot for the rest of his game, and it's a big reason why he scored over 20 points a game last year.
That's good from Harris. Well, we knew that Tobias Harris would be one of the big names during free agency this past summer.
Wasn't a lot of speculation for him when free agency hit. Ends up staying with the Sixers, and I think it makes sense for both sides, and he fits nicely next to Embiid.
That one drops. He ties it up.
You know, over time, I think Harris has become really good at accepting more responsibility, and that's part of learning how to be a leader.
Now here's Wall. The feed now to Tucker. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Tucker's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Great pass. John Wall is really good at finding the open man.
It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
Boy, so smooth and fluid with the rock in his hands. It's clear Harris enjoys making these kinds of moves, and I like watching them too.
Well, it has been a long road back from injury for John Wall, Greg. The heel issue followed by the Achilles tear.
And you just hope that Wall can make a full recovery and get back to the player he once was. Provides so much with his speed and playmaking as well as scoring.
And that one falls for Wall. Clark, you'd think that team chemistry would just improve as the season goes along, but maybe not if you have personality issues in that locker room.
You know, Kevin, it's one of the most fragile elements in team sports. Chemistry, culture, accepting roles, sacrificing your own individual game for the good of the team. And I think it's always a work in progress.
And as a leader, as I know you were when you played, I'm sure you were dealing with those things all season long.
Yeah, you try to lead by example, but also there's opportunity and times when you have to step up and voice what you see that could be detrimental to your team's success.
Howard got a piece of it. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Oladipo's running. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Well, the tremendous work ethic of Victor Oladipo helping him return from that knee injury.
And, you know, it hasn't been easy. Anytime you come back from that kind of injury, a lot of work goes into that. Not only physically is it a challenge, it's a challenge mentally, too. But his positive outlook, his attitude and work ethic serving him well in getting back.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
First free throw is good.
When you talk about outstanding athletes in the NBA, Victor Oladipo is on that list. Even if he's only 90%, this guy is explosive, actually more explosive than most.
And he makes both free throws. And you think about trying to come back from that big knee injury, a lot riding on Oladipo's recovery.
Well, a big part of his recovery and coming back effectively is sports medicine has come a long, long way, Kevin. He won the 2018 Most Improved Award. They stopped doing the Comeback Player of the Year, but you know, he's looking for that kind of return this season.
Here's Wood. Good, and it's Oladipo picking up the assist.
Boy, I love how unselfish Oladipo is. Great at getting his teammates involved and on-time, on-target passes.
Pass to Harris. Back to Simmons. It's stolen by Oladipo. And the pass to Wall. Kicks it to Tucker. There's the 3. Score it. His 3rd straight basket in 3 tries.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Howard, the pass to Thibault. Here's Harris. It's good. It's his 2nd basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
A real comfort zone for Harris. I mean, he's looking to score often from this area.
Wall dishes to Oladipo. It's stolen. One-on-one here. Here's Thibault. Nice D from Oladipo. Rockets leading by 7. Makes it off the glass. Oladipo's got 6 points.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Now here's Simmons. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Howard trying to free himself up. Yep, that one goes in there.
And Simmons so deft with the floater, freezing the defense completely.
And Wall. Here we go now. Simmons with the defensive effort.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high impact defense they want to see out of him.
Now here's Embiid. Simmons passes to Embiid. Stolen by Tucker. Oladipo outside. To the wing on the left. And Wall kicks to Gordon. Oladipo taking his time here. Not happening with that shot. He's put up 5 and made 2. To the middle. Here's Embiid. Basket is good. The assist from Harris.
Yeah, that's good vision from Harris. I mean, he draws so much attention himself, so he's become a capable passer.
Wall dishes to Oladipo. The 11-footer. He can't hit that time. And the 76ers go the other way with it to the inside. And the basket by Harris. And now just a 3-point Houston lead.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Wall passes to Oladipo. Rebound by the 76ers.
He's certainly been cold this quarter, guys, but trying to shoot his way back into a groove.
And off to a strong start offensively. He's got a nice touch.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. Clark, who do you think is the best center right now, spacing the floor and also embracing the traditional responsibilities of a center?
Boy, I tell you, it wasn't until the playoffs of this past season that I got to see Jokic. My goodness, he is a joy to watch. His footwork, his shot making, his skill, and I think his passing is probably the best attribute of his game. But I would put him in that category because he can make the deep three. Embiid is streaky from there. In terms of the balanced approach, I think probably you could throw Karl Anthony Towns in that mix.
Good names. Seth Curry, he's checked in for the 76ers. And a switch here also for Houston. House is checked in. Ball against Simmons. Can they get it? And it's blocked by Simmons.
Well, you got to respect the athleticism and the willingness to defend that Simmons has. I mean, he's a skilled shot blocker, too.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him. Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And, you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Just the height separation on that mid-range jumper. Excellent job of taking advantage.
Down low. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Yeah, you know, John Wall is so masterful as a floor general. He's a real maestro out there. Terrific at finding the open guy on time and on target.
Now here is Howard. Simmons passes to Embiid. There's the dish to Harris. Lots of room. That shot off the mark. And Houston the other way now. 20 feet out. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Now it's a 5-point Rocket lead. And so Simmons will bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Now Curry. No points in the game yet for him. Clock at 4. Back to Harris. From outside the arc. And that one is off. Nice D from Oladipo. Here's Embiid. No good with the layup.
You know, sometimes making it difficult for him to finish at the rim is all you can ask for from the defense.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
And, you know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
Outside, Simmons. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Simmons got 6. Last outing for Houston, it was a loss to the Los Angeles Lakers. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. These are the players who had the most success from deep last season. You look at Green, second in the league, extremely accurate from beyond the arc. And, of course, Seth Curry is right there as well. He's another player that shoots extremely well from outside.
What shooting we saw from them all season. I mean, I'd love to see these guys in a game of course. They'd probably be draining shots from midcourt.
Now here's Curry. And it's Simmons penetrating. Rebound by John Wall. Rockets leading by 5. Here's Oladipo. Gets that one to drop. That's his 3rd field goal in 8 tries.
Boy, always in attack mode. Oladipo keeps constant pressure on the defense.
Curry is inside. Guarded by Oladipo. And the shot goes down.
That's as good as it gets right there. Beautiful reverse layup in traffic.
Wall against Simmons. And Wall kicks to House. Misses the 3. Philadelphia's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Curry passes to Simmons. On the wing, Harris. Curry trying to break free. That's good from Harris on the assist from Simmons. Now just a 3-point Houston lead. 20 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Wall passes to Oladipo. High arcing shot. No good that time.
You know, even though it's a point-blank range shot, that's not an easy one, especially when the defense is that tight.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
We'll get right back to the action when we return. Some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And when you consider how the Rockets are doing, guys, what do you think?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And, you know, for them, guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
And so it's Houston with it.
And the size of the Sixers can present matchup problems for opposing teams.
Well, you think about the 2 critical positions, a 6'10" point guard and a 7'2" center, and both are uber talented. That's a huge advantage, a unique advantage for Philadelphia.
This is how the floor looks for the Rockets starting the second. Ben McLemore is out there with Rivers. Then it's P.J. Tucker. Then it's Trevor Ariza. And it's House in at the 4 spot. Here's Milton. Ariza covering. Floats one. That one's in there. Rocket lead is cut to just 1 in the basket from Harris.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Ariza against Harris. Ariza kicks to McLemore. 6 on the shot clock. The 3. Rivers can't get it to go. And Embiid has got the ball here for Philadelphia. That puts them in the lead.
The chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Back to McLemore. Inside, here's Tucker. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Yeah, you know, Tucker's a little undersized, but he makes up for it with leaping ability and reach.
Harris passes to Milton. Feeds it to Embiid. The shot that time, not on target. Houston in the lead, and even 3-on-3 break. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Up top, McLemore. Burks covering. Good on the shot. Rivers has got his second bucket of the night.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Milton the pass to Embiid. Here's Milton. Ariza covering. Here's Burks. They grab their own miss. Fader on the way. Count it, and the Houston lead has been cut to just 1 in the basket from Joel Embiid.
Boy, Embiid wants to own the inside on both sides of the floor. He is a force in the paint and relishes hitting those boards.
Curry against Rivers. Pass to House. Back to Rivers. Banked in off the glass. Rivers has got 6.
Really starting to find himself now, guys, after getting shut out in the first quarter.
Now, here's Burks, guarded by McLemore. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. And Burks is good for 3. Burks has got the game tied up here for the 76ers.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Now here's McLemore. He's guarded closely. He kicks to Ariza. Rivers passes to Tucker. Here's Ariza. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Harris finds Curry. Back to Harris. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one is on Ariza. A lot of players keep track of their stats, their own team stats. But, Clark, how much do guys pay attention to stats in game?
I have no idea. I mean, I know stat sheets are given to the coaches during the timeouts throughout the game, but I don't think players in general are able to monitor their numbers. Now, there are exceptions to every rule. I imagine every team may have a player or two that can chart his numbers during the game, but the vast majority are too occupied with playing the game to keep up with the stats.
And they're looking up at the scoreboard, too, aren't they? Because they give individual stats up on the board.
Oh, man. Yeah, I tell you that, and then watching replays is one of my pet peeves with players. I mean, they should just focus on playing the game instead of always looking up to see if they fouled or not.
And so he makes both from the line. Now a timeout called by Houston.
Well, you know, for so long, Mike D'Antoni has been a vanguard on NBA offense. His teams have always played great offense, moving, spacing, dynamic players. Defense has not been at the level of offense, but I think he's actually improved as a coach in that area as well.
stats for Embiid. Last season, he played outstanding. 2nd in rebounding, 4th in scoring, and he finished among the top 10 in blocks, bringing that intimidation factor to the paint.
And looking back at last season, his complete dominance on the boards to rank number 2 overall. Absolutely remarkable. McLemore. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And Clark, part of it for D'Antoni is that he is delegating defensive duties.
Yeah, and I like that, Kevin. He's made sure to have a defensive coordinator on his staff delegating that role and responsibility. He thinks and knows that his team is better off that way.
Free throw good for McLemore. And McLemore drops them both. And here's Curry, who brings it up for Philadelphia. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. And that will be the 3rd of 5 straight played at home. Burks can't get it to go. The Rockets have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Here's Rivers. 11 points for him in that last game against the Lakers in Los Angeles. Passes it to House. To the paint, and Ariza with the stuff.
Super athleticism from Ariza, exceptional at slamming it down.
Curry kicks to Harris. Curry with it. There's Embiid, and there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Embiid's got it all tied up now for the 76ers. Houston's gone 0 of 3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Ariza outside. Out to the right wing. McLemore inside the line. That one a little long.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
And stolen by Ariza. And now here's Rivers, the fast break opportunity. Second chance effort. His 4th miss of the game. He's made 3. For Philadelphia, they've gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. Rockets shooting in the second quarter around 42%. Clock at 6. Pass to House. He's looking for Tucker and finds him. And there's a whistle. That goes on Daniel House. That's his first foul. Houston making a switch here. Gordon's checked in. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Milton the pass to Embiid. Here's Milton. Back to Embiid. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. And for Houston, they're shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor.
You know, guys, it's crazy to think that Joel Embiid once considered quitting the game. I mean, his first practice at Kansas, a senior dunked on him so hard he went to the coach and said, maybe I should get out of this stuff. Luckily, the coach talked him down, and now we see one of the best in the league.
The 76ers trail. Curry dishes to Harris. Back to Curry. The pass to Embiid. Curry kicks to Burks. Lets the 3 fly. Kept alive. Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
Well, you got to push Embiid out farther. I mean, when he's this close, He's focused on one thing, wrecking that rim.
And some real adversity for Joel Embiid after leaving Kansas. Injuries costing him the first 2 years, Clark, of his career. And then, back in Cameroon, the tragic passing of his beloved brother.
Yeah, that's a hard road to hoe, and adversity oftentimes, while painful, can steel us for the promised land of positive outcomes. And, you know, Embiid really driven by his goal to inspire others in Africa to make a better life, and that drove him to be where he is now.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
Yeah, and I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Alec Burks. And Simmons subbed in for Seth Curry. Houston with a big group substitution here. Damari Carroll's checked in for P.J. Tucker. Christian Wood comes in for Danuel House. Oladipo, he's checked in for Ben McLemore. And John Wall subbed in for Austin Rivers.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And, Greg, we've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the 76ers.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots, a key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunities. They're really keeping it up-tempo so far.
That's good from Harris. And Clark, when you look at how the game has changed, if you were entering the league today, how would you reshape your skill set?
Well, the biggest part would be expanding my shooting range. I was a good shooter at the time that I played, but would need to expand it, and was just starting to stretch out my shooting to the three-point line. And then also defensively, be a little more committed to that end of the floor, really working to get better there. But ball handling, passing, scoring, rebounding, those were things that I did pretty well.
Philadelphia leading by 3. Here's Milton. Now here's Howard. It's stolen by Wall. Oh, and here comes Wall all alone. Oh, that was a strong dunk.
Man, I like the quick hands of Wall. I mean, seeing him jump all over the opposition and get into the passing lanes to come up with the steal, that's impressive work.
Here's Milton, guarded by Oladipo. Milton the pass to Harris. 6 to shoot. Knocks it loose and stolen by Gordon. It's good. And the Rockets lead by 1. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for the Rockets.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
Guys, 7 times the lead has changed hands here now.
Yeah, and that number should easily top double figures before it's over.
Wall attacking. And the rejection by Embiid. Here's Milton. 14 points from him the last game against Detroit. And here's Oladipo. 7-foot shot. Here's Carroll. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Here's Milton. Pass to Embiid. Here's Milton. 4 on the shot clock. A 3 ball. Here's Howard, and it's Dwight Howard with the finish.
Dwight Howard is a big, strong, active guy. Even when you hit him, he still is able to muscle through the contact.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Misses.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
My kind of hoop. Straight ahead, playing downhill and physical.
Outside, Wall. Over Simmons. Wall, no luck.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
1:11 left in the first half of basketball. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Inside. Count it, and the Philadelphia lead has been cut to just 3 points on the basket from Carroll.
Such an impressive all-around player. Carroll is good at scoring in the painted area as well.
And Simmons kicks to Howard. Pass to Harris. 6 on the shot clock. Over Gordon. Harris misses. Rockets trail by 3. Here's Wall. And it's sent back by Howard. The Rockets have been excellent at the free throw line here today. A flawless 6 for 6. Down the first one.
They've hit every one of their free throws here in the second quarter. Very important when you're trailing.
Both shots good from the stripe. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Back to Simmons. Shot clock at 5. But they'll get another chance. Here's Embiid. And the last shot before the buzzer is off.
I think the combination of size, strength, IQ, and want to make Carroll a quality defender.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. 76ers lead by 1. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks a lot. Dwight, what are you seeing from your opponent tonight?
They're a tough team. You know, they play hard, they play together, they move the ball. And they know how to play within the offense, you know. And we've been doing a better job on the defensive end. And I think tonight we came out with the right mentality. Just got to keep it up.
Dwight, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Tobias Harris was red hot to start the first. He had 21 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. And from what we saw so far from the Sixers, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
You can see where the priorities are. Rebounding, and then more rebounding. They made a concerted effort to get the glass cleaned.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the Rockets.
I really like how they limited turnovers. You know, they didn't play it too safe. They made some really nice passes. When you can play like this and cut back turnovers, it can add up to over 10, 8, 12, 15, 16 easy points. Ernie, I don't know how many points. A lot of easy points. They'll be in good shape if they can keep making the same smart plays.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half. About to get underway.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. We've seen a tremendous game from Harris.
And he's shown just how adept he can be at creating contact and then cashing in at the line.
Well, you know, in that first half, it was a common occurrence. He got to the stripe time and time again.
Rockets trail.
You know, after the Sixers were knocked out in the second round for the second straight year, there was some speculation, and I think unmerited, whether Brett Brown might be let go as head coach. The players voiced their support and made the decision easier to bring him back, and I think it was the right one. He's done a fantastic job as the leader of the Sixers.
Embiid is out there with Howard. Then there's Tobias Harris. Then there's Ben Simmons. And it's Thybulle in at the 2 spot. And that's the group for Brett Brown as we begin the second half. Victor Oladipo grabs the miss. And Coach Brown, Clark, captained the ship through some real rough times in the beginning.
And, you know, Kevin, I think for that reason and the job he's done here recently, he's earned the right to see this thing through. It's a result-oriented profession. I know that, and I understand it. But this is a team built to contend, and that's the expectation, and I'd like to see Brett Brown have a chance to bring it to full fruition.
Outside, Wall. He feeds it to Oladipo. Well-placed alley-oop pass into the layup. And the Rockets lead by 1. As we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ballgame.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
Embiid dishes to Harris. Sweet little floater. Harris has got 23 points.
Tell you what, seems like everything he's putting up is finding the net, and right now Harris is simply balling out.
Left side, Wall. And Gordon over to help. Harris passes to Thybulle. And the 76ers get it back. Howard can't hit. And so it's Wall. He brings it up for Houston. Down low, Tucker. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That's on Ben Simmons.
Yeah, hard to corral the energy that P.J. Tucker plays with, and he gets in there and mixes it up, and he'll go to the line.
For Houston, they have been at their finest form at the free throw line tonight. 8 attempts, 8 makes.
Okay.
That's good from Tucker.
You know, starting out in the D-League, then bouncing around the international circuit, Tucker took the long, hard road to get here.
Both free throws good from Tucker. 76ers have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. To the inside. And that one's good. Thybulle. Thybulle got his second basket.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations, Greg, have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
To the middle. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, you look at Ben Simmons and that great body of his and the skills of a guard. That is an incredibly unique combination.
For Philadelphia, they have had 7 opportunities at the free throw line and made good on 5 of them.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great, about 77% as a team.
2-2.
That's good from Harris. And Clark standing 6'10". Has there ever been a player Ben Simmons' size or bigger who could handle and pass like this?
I really don't think so, Kevin. Obviously, LeBron is 2 inches shorter and probably 15 pounds heavier. Giannis is more of a scorer than a passer and facilitator. Magic Johnson was the first of the true 6'8"-ish point guards. He might be the closest when you look at Ben Simmons, but man, he's special because of that size and passing ability.
The kick out to Oladipo. Back to Wall. Shot clock at 6. Gordon deciding where to go with it. The Rockets again can't hit. The 76ers leading by 3. Simmons inside. Covered by Wall. No good from Simmons. Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third.
And in the post, Wall's got a pretty well-developed game for a point guard. He can navigate his way through the big bodies with very few problems.
Harris against Gordon. Back to Simmons. Wall against Howard. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 3 assists now in this one.
You got to make a quick decision after you set the screen, and Dwight Howard knows exactly when to roll after the screen.
Wall's shot is off.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Pass to Thibault. The pass to Embiid. Fades. Tries again. And Howard with the layup. Howard's got the lead up to 5 now for the 76ers.
At the offensive end, he's been assertive and efficient, guys. A big reason why they hold this lead right now.
The 11-footer. Oladipo misses. The 76ers have gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. And that one's good. Thibault.
I tell you what, I love the unselfishness of Ben Simmons. This guy delights in setting up his teammates, and if they're open, they get the ball.
And Wall kicks to Oladipo. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Howard's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And it's a 9-point 76ers lead.
Loving the energy right now here in the third quarter as they try to take control of this game.
And I really think this is the time to do it because this is a real important juncture in the ball game right here.
Here's Wall. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backcourt.
Greg, and that's been the key to this lead. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Clark, you look at Ben Simmons. Is he the best Australian-born player ever?
Well, you got to remember now, Kevin, and you would know this from your research, Kyrie Irving was actually born in Australia, lived there for a couple of years, and still has dual citizenship. So I'll leave that one to the fans to debate. Irving or Simmons as the best from Australia.
For the Rockets, Trevor Ariza's checked in for Christian Wood. Manuel House comes in for Eric Gordon. And McLemore subbed in for Oladipo. Wall against Simmons. Wall, no luck.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
Now here's Curry, guarded by McLemore. Here's Simmons. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
It really is a thing of beauty watching Simmons in screen and roll situations. I mean, he's a manipulative master when it comes to tearing apart the defense.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Howard. No luck, they battled on the glass, but couldn't knock it down. Rockets trail by 11. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And, you know, the energy Ariza possesses, impressive, fabulous at converting despite getting bodied up.
Right side Curry. And Trevor Ariza is going to pick up a foul here. That's foul number 2 for him. Jamari Carroll's checked in for Houston. Wall against Simmons. Green, the pass to Curry. Just 5 to shoot. And there's Embiid. That's good on the assist by Curry. Curry's got 3 assists tonight.
And the defense can't match up with Embiid's size. I mean, he's just too powerful down there.
And Wall. Here we go now. And he uses the glass on the layup. Wall's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And that's just a great individual play right through the teeth of the defense.
Pass to Howard. Now Curry. Over McLemore, and the basket by Curry. Curry's got his 2nd bucket.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
Ariza trying to break loose. Wall, no luck.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Back to Simmons. Launches it. 76ers with the new shot clock. Howard's shot is good.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
The 9-foot shot. That's good. The Philadelphia lead is cut down now to just 11 on the basket from Wall.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
Outside Curry. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Curry's got 5 points in the quarter.
He's gaining more and more confidence over time from deep. Seth Curry proving he's got touch from out there.
Here's Wall. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Embiid's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Simmons looking around. The feed to Embiid. Good D by Ariza. And it's Wall with the ball for the Rockets. They trail by 14. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And Philadelphia gets called for the foul. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the 76ers.
Their ability to rebound and convert those second chance opportunities has been a running theme throughout.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
The First free throw is good. Burks, he's checked in for Ben Simmons.